Magandang araw po sa inyong lahat mga kababayan, magandang umaga, magandang tanghali. Kumusta na po lahat? Social media ang ating pag-uusapan. Ito nga ba ay nagbibigay ng fake news o katotohanan? Yan ang madalas nating marinig kay Claire Castro. Huwag daw paniwalaan ang social media sapagkat punong-puno daw ito ng fake news. Sino ba nga ba ang nagsasabi ng totoo? Sino ang nagsasabi ng hindi? Sapagkat noong April 9 ay araw ng kagitingan. Wala tayong nakitang video ang ating kagalang-galang na Pangulo President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. patungkol sa mahalagang okasyon na yan. Na alam natin na bawat may mga special holiday ay nagsasalita ang presidente sa ating bansa. Mula noon hanggang ngayon. Araw ng kalayaan, araw ng kagitingan, talagang nagsasalita sila. Yung Vice President, ganoon din. Maging yung mga iba pa na mga politiko na itinatalaga kung sila ang magsasalita. Subalit wala tayong nakita. Ang nangyayari ay mga throwback. Yun ang madalas nating nakikita, naririnig sa social media. Mabuti pa ang ating Vice President nagsalita noong April 9, itong taong ito, 2026. Kaya sabay-sabay po nating panoorin, subaybayan yung kanyang talumpati na patungkol sa araw ng kagitingan. Sino ba ang nagsasabi ng totoo? Hindi ko alam kung ito ay naipalabas sa mainstream media. At sa social media naman, maraming nagsasabi na walang naganap sa Bataan o sa alinmang bahagi ng ating bansa na dinaluhan ng ating kagalang-galang na Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Ito na po, sabay-sabay nating panoorin yung Vice President.
Madayaw, ugmayong adlaw kaninyong tanan. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Welcome to the Araw ng Kagitingan commemoration of the city of Davao. As we commemorate Araw ng Kagitingan, we honor the courage, sacrifice, and unwavering patriotism of the Filipino soldier. We remember those who stood their ground in the face of overwhelming odds, who chose duty over comfort, and who offered their lives so that future generations could inherit a nation worth living and fighting for. Sadly, the state of our nation today reveals how we failed the Filipino soldier. The Constitution envisions a nation that is independent, self-reliant, and guided by a clear and principled foreign policy. Yet, in the absence of a coherent and truly independent foreign policy framework, our soldiers are often left navigating conflicts shaped by external pressures rather than national interest. This erosion of strategic direction weakens not only our defense, but also the morale of the Filipino people. At the same time, we are witnessing the creeping return of insurgency in various parts of the country. This resurgence reflects deeper systemic failures poverty, injustice, and unfulfilled promises. Soldiers are once again placed at the front lines of a conflict that cannot be solved by military force and bearing the burden of a struggle that demands political will and social reform. Equally concerning for us Mindanaons is the faltering of the Bangsamoro peace process. Justice, trust, and sustained commitments are absent. When agreements are not fully implemented, when communities feel abandoned, and the fragile foundations of peace break apart, it shall be our soldiers and the Moro youth who will pay the price. We must demand accountability from our leaders. We must insist on policies that uphold our sovereignty, protect our constitution, and genuinely serve the Filipino people. We must ensure that our soldiers are not just celebrated in ceremonies, but supported in reality, with clear direction and a government that stands firmly behind them. Let us honor soldiers and law enforcement who died in wars past, and those as recent as last week, not only with words, but with the courage to correct what is wrong, to speak the painful truth, and to rebuild a nation worthy of sacrifice. Mga kababayan, mahalin natin ang Pilipinas para sa Diyos, sa bayan, at para sa bawat pamilyang Pilipino. Syukran.